What's up, guys? I hope everyone is doing amazingly well. So we made it to some few more videos in our YouTube channel, so that's very encouraging for me as well. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about something very amazing. Okay, so in today's video, we're gonna talk about trend following. Okay, so trend following, it means how can we determine trend following based on higher time frame market structure. Okay, so stay tuned to the end to actually know what I mean by following the trend based on higher time frame structure. Okay, so you won't want to miss the end because I have gotten an amazing announcement for you guys. So yeah, stay tuned and let's dive into the content. Okay, we're gonna move directly. So I talked about following the trend of the market. Okay, so this actually means you're gonna start from higher time frame. So because I as a blue setuper, I consider anything above the daily and above to be higher time frame for me. So if I actually do my analysis based on market structure, and I can actually figure out if the market is bullish or bearish starting from the daily or something higher, then for me it's already a strong probability that the market will for sure follow that direction. Okay, so it's actually like some sort of a step-by-step process. Okay, so starting with the higher time frame, that is where I always start. You must start with the higher time frame. Okay, determine this direction, and then only at that time, whatever time frame with which you want to work in lower than the daily, at that time behind your head you should only and always know, yes, the market is moving in some certain direction. Though you might find the market, see, let me illustrate for you guys what I mean by, let's say for instance, right, let's say for instance this is the daily. Okay, and we find the market actually moving in some wavy movements of such. Okay, so we have these breaks, we have these breaks. Remember, this is a step-by-step process, right? So this is daily, this is the daily, right? So we are actually on the daily, and we have actually realized that the market is somewhere around here. Based on this daily market breaks, it actually means one thing. It actually means the market is bearish, right? So it makes no sense for us to actually look for buys, okay? Because we already know the momentum of the market is moving towards the downside, okay? So on lower time frame, generally what happens is, for example, let's say we go on the 4 hour or 1 or whatsoever time frame, we at times find that the market is moving with some other sort of breaks, breaking towards the upper side. And for you as a trader, if you have been caught in such analysis, generally what happens is you always be get heated out. Okay, because generally what I always analyze this to be as is some sort of short buys for a overall long sells. Okay, because for a long time perspective, the market is already bearish. So if you have been caught in any buys in here, okay, it means it's just for a short time. Okay, remember guys, I talked about this in my previous video. What I meant was that, what I meant, for example, let's say this was our supply which we are actually in. It makes no sense for the price to come in here. What I mean by it makes no sense for price to come in here, it's because the momentum is already bullish. So price has gotten really no reason for him for it to actually come back into our supply before moving. Okay, so that means that what it actually means, there is no reason for you to look for buys in order for the price to come in here. Okay, because the market can just do something like, let's say this area is right there, the market can just do something like this, and then it continues, it moves towards the downside. Okay, so that is what we shall be talking in today's video, following the market trend. Okay, so let me get rid of all of this so I will illustrate on the chart by what I mean. Okay, perfect. So this is Euro USD on the daily. Okay, as we all knew what happened in the past, the market was actually bearish. It was actually bearish from this area. It was actually breaking market structure towards the downside, right? So it actually came to this point where I actually spotted this area to be that displacement, which means the market has changed its face from a bearish to a bullish. Okay, so this is the very start. Okay, so you want to identify in which area, or you want to spot where has the market changed its face. Okay, the market was moving bearish, right? The market was moving bearish. It was moving bearish. So you want to identify at which point has the market actually changed its phase from bearish to bullish. Okay, so for me, this will be the displacement right here, which means it is no longer bearish, it is now bullish. Okay, so that is what I mean by following the trend. So it's a step-by-step process, as I mentioned to you guys, so just stay tuned. Okay, so see, I actually spotted this area to be that displacement. Okay, which means now I want to look for longs. Okay, now for example, just see how this nice and clean supply that everyone would have seen in the market, just see how the market never came back into it. See how the market never came back into it. If you don't understand by what I mean by this, just go and watch my previous video, then you understand more what I mean by that. Okay, so now let's say the price action was somewhere around here. Okay, and we have already realized that what the market is now bullish. So it means if you go on any time frame lower than the one which we are on presently, so if you go on, for example, the 4 hour, 1 hour, 1530 or whatever time frame below the daily, okay, it actually means you should be looking for buys and not sells. If you're looking for sells, then it actually means you are already a profitable trader, okay, and you are taking risks for no reason. So even if you are in a loss, then as you being a profitable trader, it means you are on still a safe side, right? So even if you wanted to sell in here, for me, it actually makes no sense. But if you are doing this, it means you should be a profitable trader. You have first to be, you really need to be profitable for you to do these risky moves. Okay, so as price was actually moving higher, right? So we had that displacement happening right here. I probably didn't cut something in here, maybe because I didn't have enough time on the charts. Anyways, again, we had this nice break towards the upside right there. Okay, we had this break that happened right here. This break happened right here, and we had that impulse move. Then before it actually break, it actually created this demand, this whole demand right here. Before we could see that tap, and it actually moved very nicely towards the upper side, right? So what does that mean? It actually means if, for instance, the price was somewhere around, let's say around here, let's say the price was somewhere around here, right? And you probably go on the 1 hour time frame, and then what happened is that what, of course, on the 1 hour time frame, you realize that what, we have gotten a break here, we have probably gotten another break here. Okay, it actually means you will find most traders want to go into sales, okay, which I don't have any problem with that. But what I can say as my own point of view is if you are doing these sales, okay, into that overall demand which we have on our daily, you should be a profitable trader before doing that. Because based on the way I trade, okay, there is what I call a valid reversal. Okay, see, if you go back on the daily, right? If you go back on the daily, this is already a valid reversal right here for me. Let me zoom out for you guys. This is already a valid reversal for me. Okay, it actually means the price could just boom, move continuously to the upper side. Okay, because of what? Because of one main reason, which means the price is already has gotten a bullish momentum. Okay, we are already on those buys, so it makes no sense for price to come into this overall supply before getting towards the upper side. Okay, so I think I should make more videos about this so you can really understand more better what I mean by price not coming into our supply. I actually have gotten one video regarding that. Just go through my YouTube and you'll find out more of those explanations. Okay, so this for me is already a valid reversal, so the price has gotten no reason for it to come back down here. Okay, so let's go back on our 1 hour. As you could see, guys, as you could actually see, of course, we had those minor breaks, we had those minus breaks in here, so it makes no sense for those cells. Okay, so it actually means that what, on the higher time frame we are bullish, so follow the trend of you being bullish. Okay, so let's continue. I will show you more other examples. Okay, I will just get rid of this. Same scenario right here, right? Same scenario right here. We had a break right here, which was not really that strong. So before that break happened, the market actually left behind it this supply, this demand zone right here. So we're actually expecting price to actually come either before that demand or in that demand, or actually below that demand, okay, based on some certain concepts which I will probably explain in the next upcoming videos. So this is what we're actually expecting price to do. Price should either come before that demand, in that demand, or below that demand before moving, right? So as a blue setup, which I am, I will always and always monitor price on lower time frames as price is approaching my demand. Okay, as price is approaching my demand, then at that time I will always and always want to see the same thing that happened right here. Okay, I want to see that displacement. Okay, which means that what if I go on the 4 hour, let's say 1 hour for instance. I needed to break this chart before. I needed to break this chart. Yeah, so let's say price was right here, and let's go on the 4 hour, right? So let's say this is price right here, and we had this overall daily demand that was right here. This is not how I draw my demand zones. Anyways, this is just for explanation for you guys to understand what I mean. Okay, so we had these breaks happening in here. We had these breaks happening in here. Sorry for that, guys. I'm not really feeling well. Yeah, sorry. So we had these breaks right here on our 4 hour. So what does that mean? It actually means, yes, you can take these cells down, okay, based on the 4 hour time frame. But if you are doing this, it actually means you should be already a profitable trader. Okay, so if you are not profitable yet, what I can actually say from my own point of view is that what, since we have this 1, 2, 3 breaks towards the downside, same scenario you should actually see as breaks towards the upper side, right? Say, so this is a high right here. So if price comes back into it, it breaks, okay, and breaks the second time, it actually means you have gotten our displacement. Okay, so then it actually means if you now get a valid demand or same scenario that happened right here happening in here, then you are good to go for buys. Okay, so that is what I mean by following the trend. So always and always, guys, start with the higher time frame. Okay, do your analysis, try to figure out where is the market likely heading to, where is the market likely heading to on higher time frame. Okay, for me, for example, I use the daily towards anything above that. So once you have gotten the road, okay, in our local language, there is something which we call follow someone who knows the road. Okay, if you're not doing that, it actually means you're already following someone who doesn't know the road, and that would lead into danger. Okay, so following someone who knows the road actually means you are following that higher time frame perspective. Okay, daily time frame, yes, the market is bullish. So if you are going on lower time frames, your perspective of the market should be very, very bullish. I will give you an example of what happened recently on Euro USD. Let me get rid of all these drawings for you guys. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the market was somewhere around here. Okay, we had these breaks, we had these breaks, we had these breaks, we had this demand. Okay, so the market was somewhere around here. I actually mentioned this in my Instagram. Okay, so if you can watch, then you understand what I mean. I mentioned this in my Instagram that I wanted to see price take this high over here. Okay, so actually I have been bullish on Euro USD for over 2 months now. Okay, I have actually actively been on Euro USD buys for over 2 months now. Okay, so I am still bullish on Euro USD, by the way. So I mentioned it right here that I want to see the price moving towards the higher side. Okay, so now see what happens in here. See what happens in here. If you go on the 1 hour time frame, if you go on the 1 hour time frame, look at what you can see. On the 1 hour time frame, right, what could you see right here? You could clearly see those breaks, which means after these breaks, you want to take a sell right here, right? So if that sell happened, which you could have probably gotten those nice sells, we had probably another break right here, and then probably you were waiting for a sell right here or whatsoever. Okay, what I'm actually saying is on lower time frames, you actually feel the market is going bearish, but overall the market is bullish. Okay, so as a blue setupper, always try to position yourself at the right place and at the right moment. Okay, so if you had, for example, position yourself in here Okay, let's say you had a very nice buy in here, okay, which I took a buy. For example, I actually took a buy in here. I shared the trade in here with my Telegram channel. It's actually free Telegram, so you can join that channel as well if you want. I share most often free setups. So we actually took a buy right here. So now look at how you could actually position yourself for the overall movement into that daily targets. Okay, so what I'm actually concluding on this is that what if you have already gotten a particular direction within which you want to follow on the higher time frame, which that should be what you should be doing, then anything below that particular time frame which you had already gotten your direction on is a short-term direction. Okay, Euro USD for me, it's actually on a long-term buy and short-term sells. For example, that is what happened here. So we had short-term sells in here for long-term buys. Okay, short-term sales for long-term buys. Okay, short-term sales for long-term buys. And if you are involving yourself on those short-term sales, then you should be already a profitable trader, because yeah, generally if you are profitable and you are trying to go the opposite direction of the trend, then overall you should still be profitable. Okay, so that is what I had for you guys. So if you have any questions, you can drop on the comment section and then we shall talk more about that. Okay, yeah, so coming to the last part of this video, guys, you won't want to miss this. So blue setup, okay, has actually, based on my experience, based on from recommendation, based on requests from so many friends, I have decided to open my doors for a very nice, amazing, and with very huge results, a very nice mentorship for you guys. Okay, so let's go through that, a quick view of what I mean. So I have actually opened my doors for a mentorship, which means I've created some nice Discord channel, which I have actually broke down my trade with I've actually broke down the overall system, the way I trade step by step for you guys. Okay, as you can clearly see right here, you can go through the description of what you will get in the course. See, you'll be getting like for example, you're getting blue setups methodology. I will go through in-depth explanation of my concept. I of course trade the smart money concept. You'll be getting every week not less than 1 hour webinar every weekend. You'll be getting as well frequent live trading sessions, extra content. Okay, I will do some back testing for you guys, more explanation of the concept, and of course if you join now, this is what you will get. Okay, I have gotten it in 3 payment modules. Okay, so you can actually choose which one is best suitable for you. You can go for a monthly, you can go for 3 months, or actually a yearly payment. Okay, so we've gotten 2 payment methods. If you have gotten crypto as well, you can pay through crypto, or you can pay through credit or debit card. Okay, so if you're paying through crypto, of course, probably you guys should know about this. You have to actually link a wallet. Okay, you have to create a wallet, a crypto wallet, and you book back that crypto wallet before you actually connect for payment. Okay, so for example, as you can see right up here, I have gotten this one right there. That is my crypto wallet. So once you click here, then it will directly link you to this payment method right there. Okay, so yeah guys, so that is what I have for you guys. It's an amazing house. So you are all welcome. So hopefully I will see you guys very soon. So yeah, if you have gotten any questions, please drop on the comment section and then we shall talk more on that. Okay, so see you guys. Bye bye.